Governor's Cup,
Ogbe Court,
a
lot.
There used to be tournaments spread all over Nigeria. It used to be a major major landmark on Nigeria's sporting calendar, and that is being revived now, and that is also increasing the interest in domestic tennis. And that can only help to rub off on what it is that we plan to do on the continental and even international stage. Thankfully, this is now coming in such a way that, like you said, the athletes who are going to be participating in the national camp are already receiving plenty of action on the domestics in this tournament. So that is increasing our participation and the awareness as well. So we can only thank the Nigeria Lawn Tennis Federation, as well as people like Godwin Keka for what they are doing for tennis, because, I mean, tennis used to be really huge in Nigeria in the past. Hopefully this week, like you rightly said, we can match or even better our records in the last tournament.
The national coach of our tennis team, Rotimi Akinloye, has been speaking about preparation of Team Nigeria. He's been talking about the trials in Abuja, and he's also been assuring us that the best players will be selected at the end of those trials to represent Nigeria at the All Africa Games, or at the African Games as the case is right now, and that they will try to do better than they did in Maputo in 2011. All right, so let's listen to Rotimi Akinloye. We'll be back with more on Sports Tonight.
So far, we've been able to cover our first phase of camping, which ended last week. And we are now in the trial stage, and we are halfway through. And I think by the end of the week, at the end of this week, we should be able to tell Nigerians the placement of the players, 8 male and 8 female players. Not just seeing Nigerians getting medals, but what I've seen in the trials, it's very, very competitive. The level of performance is very high. We hope they keep it up. Whoever is going to don the nation's color, we do the nation's proud. And I think we are good to go. We're promising Nigerians 2 gold and other medals to go with it, because we're doing our homework. We know our areas of strength and weaknesses, and we're trying to make sure that as we concentrate on our area of strength, at the same time we try to improve our area of weaknesses.
All right, that's Rotimi Akinloye. It's been there for a long while, and he's been able to put a lot of work into that table tennis, into the tennis team, not the table tennis team this time. And he's told us that he's going to give us 2 gold medals. Should we start counting now and note those 2 gold medals now?
But it's key that he said the team is going to use their abilities and limit their weaknesses. And
yes.
That is key. Know where your limitation is and go with your strengths. And hopefully we might be able to get that 2 gold. But even if it doesn't happen, I'm sure there are a lot of people who won't be too disappointed with them.
All right, so we wish Rotimi Akinloye and the boys the very best of luck at the African Games. Let's come now to boxing. This also, gentlemen, used to be one of our strong areas in the past. We're still a little bit on the dominant side in Africa, but then we've seriously been challenged by the likes of Egypt, the likes of mostly those North Africans challenging us, and then our West African brothers like Ghana. Yeah. But our boxers are going as well to the African Games, and they've been getting knocked into shape in Lagos. The trials are going on in Lagos. A lot of work is being put in by Coach Tony Koyengwachi, younger brother of Peter Koyengwachi of 1984 Olympics. I'm not sure you guys were around anyway. You saw the clips. Anyway, it's okay. All right. But then he's been doing a lot of work as well, getting our boxers ready for the African Games, and he's confident that they will go there, put in a good shift, and fetch us plenty of gold medals as well.
For once, I think there's reason to be optimistic. I saw what the boxers did at the Commonwealth Games, and I'm optimistic. There are some names that
we have the African champion now, women.
This young lady just walking into a lot of punches.
Yeah, it's. I mean, and our women are going to be there. We're going to be going with 13 boxers, 10 men, 3 women boxers.
The complaint has always been not having a lot of tune-up competitions,
and I think the coach also said it.
I think that's why you have the number of boxers here is very, very, very huge.
And is it huge? 13? I'm thinking Nigeria.
3 women, 10 men. Let's listen to Tony. Let's listen to Tony Koyengwachi. Let's listen to him, and then we'll come back and talk about it some more, because while speaking, he talked about a tournament in Morocco that Nigeria is supposed to participate in, but they won't be going because of logistic issues. All right, so let's listen to Tony Koyengwachi. We'll be back with more on Sports Tonight.
Yeah, I look at their skill, their aggressiveness, and what they can put, their ability to score points, and to win, to go for the gold. That's what I look for. And again, we really need boxers that have the exposure, that is abreast to the boxing, the rules of the game. So that's just what we look for, the best go. Okay? I have a good boxer among them, like Ife Tobo. Last All African Games, he won silver. This last Commonwealth game, he got bronze. Edith Agus, an Olympia, he won bronze in the last Commonwealth Games, and she's the present African champion. Obareka Inde, she's the present African champion too. These people are well exposed. And in the men too, I have some of them too. Just by the prayer, and just by, though some of them are still ring rusty right now because of lack of exposure. Even we have a competition coming up on the 16th of this month in Morocco, African Championship, because we can't make it due to logistics reasons. So, but still, not pending. I'm sure that will not deter us from winning what we're going to bring in the All African Games.
All right, so that's Tony Koyengwachi talking about some of the boxers being rusty. Talking about not being able to go to Morocco for a tournament that would have tuned them up.
Reasons. I'm always a bit. What does that mean? Is it that they didn't have
logistics.
money? No.
Logistics means logistics.
Let's.
You want to put the words into his mouth?
No, I'm not asking.
Unless you know what logistics mean, and we don't know.
That's why we are asking questions. They can tell us. Is it that they didn't have enough money? Is it that they were issued visas?
They were denied visas?
Or the plane are taken off before they go to the airport?
It could be one or a combination of everything. So let's leave it at
that's not good enough.
As it is.
But I just hope that those boxers will get into shape, because if you're talking of some of them being ring rusty, you want to be scared. But like I said, our boxers have always given me reasons to be optimistic. The only problem has always been that anytime there's one tournament here, a lot of boxers do turn up. I hope the selectors have taken the ones that have chances.
The ones that are not rusty.
Well, that have chances of giving us medal. If a coach says a boxer is rusty and still picks him or her, maybe the coach believes at some point
getting him tuned up.
Yes, and probably be a potential medal winner. But I'm hoping boxing is always a sport that medals do turn up for Nigeria.
We're expecting medals to drop from the sky because we didn't prepare, or we are taking rusty boxers to the African Games.
I'm sure the coach knows what to do.
He's confident that
to sharpen up these boys.
Yeah,
because they are in camp right now. 13 of them will be going to represent Nigeria, and before the 13 boxers are picked, you can be sure that it's going to be the best amongst the best. All right, so let's just hope that they can get something around not going for these competitions, and they are still able to turn out a good result for Nigeria. All right, so that's the bit on 3 of those federations that will be going to the African Games. But let me spend some time to read some few comments on Twitter. Olanipekun Ebenezer at Olanipekun Iben2 is talking about our basketball team. They are right now in camp, and Femi will be giving us a lowdown, because I think they beat the Chinese national team on Tuesday. And that's a very significant result, beating the Chinese national team, because China are not, they're a decent side.
Very decent.
In basketball. So
strongly.
Femi will be giving us a lowdown. Femi has been keeping tabs, and you can trust Femi at the first. So when he comes in, he will be giving us a lowdown on how the national team, the D-Tigers, are getting knocked into shape ahead of the Afro Basketball Championship. Okay. Asuni Adeshola says, you look cute. Yemi Adebayo looks cute tonight. Yemi is a gentleman. He's always, we restrict him in a way so that he won't outshine us all the time. He's always ready. Somebody says, these federations should spread their search deeper into our streets. Yes, but we can't go into the streets now when the All Africa Games are just a few weeks away. We have to work with boxers that are already identified and have already had a level of exposure.
There's this misconception
that
about
you go to street
boxers. You might be a good street boxer. You can box on the street. Does it get into the rings? There are rules.
You have Koyen, what you're talking about, scoring points, knowing how to score points, and the politics of boxing really at the international level, and how you score points
is
very key.
And the problem, very technical. Yeah, that's the word. The problem with African boxers, majorly Nigerians, is that they keep looking for the knockout.